Hello everyone, my name is Jordan and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be learning Git, the fundamentals of Git, which is used around the world in corporations and small different teams, and it is amazing. I use Git on a daily basis for all of my big projects that I work on. So let's get right into it. So what is Git exactly? So essentially Git is this thing called source control. So what is that? Well, source control is a way that you manage your code in an effective way that allows you to make changes and things and have them documented, and also retrieve these changes and share them across teams and all this different stuff. And it's best explained when done in practice. So let's go ahead and jump right over into the screen. So essentially what I have here is I have three different things pulled up. I have my Git tutorial folder, a terminal window, and the GitHub website open where I'm going to be showing Git off and all that. So let's go ahead and explain this. First, I need to actually go into my Git tutorial folder. Okay, cool. So now that I am good to go, we are going to go ahead and start with this. So I'm going to create this repository on Git, and essentially a Git repository is where your project is. So for instance, I use a tool online called Bitbucket, which allows me to have unlimited private repositories with up to 5 people for free. It's amazing. I love them. I will link them down below so you guys can use them in your teams. And I have a project, and then I have multiple repositories in that project for different clients. So I have a web project, I have an iOS project, and an Android project, and maybe somewhere further down the line a Mac app or a Windows app or so on. I can just have as many projects as I want, or repositories as I want in that project. GitHub, I'm not sure if it has something similar. I guess you can create an organization and put different repos in there. That's I've seen that done before. But yeah, so let's go ahead and look at this here. So this is how you set this up from the command line using GitHub, and this is the way I recommend you do it. But as you can see, it has all of this stuff in here. So let's go ahead and explain exactly what this is. So we're going to go ahead and actually do this just so we can get a feeling for the command line as well. So we're just going to say this, and then we're going to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to explain this line by line, even though this is not necessarily related to Git. But yeah, so what this is doing is this is putting this text in here into this file called readme.md. That's what this statement is doing. So we do that, you can see it was created. No, I don't want Xcode beta to open. This is the most infuriating thing ever. Xcode will decide to open for me for certain files, like I know XML files, MD files, all these other files that don't need to be opened in Xcode, they are open. Oh, and SH files, which are terrible because they need those a lot for working with servers. I also apologize for this blue tint on my glasses. It's actually kind of hilarious. Sometimes like I'll look over and I'll see myself blue. Anyway, we're going to go back into this tutorial. Here's how we get started. We need to type in git init, and this basically creates our repository locally on our machine. So if we do that, you can see initialized empty Git repository. So this really just makes it so that we can work with Git in this folder. Now we want to go ahead and say git add readme.md, or whatever file you just created up at the top line here. What this does is this tells Git that we want this file to be, whenever we do anything with Git, we want this file to be one of the things that gets worked with, essentially. And it makes it so this file will be uploaded to our Git repository whenever we commit. Or if we were to push it, that's the same thing that would happen. Okay, now we just want to go ahead and commit this with a commit message of our first commit. Okay, and what this will do is this will add it to the current branch of Git. I'll explain branches in a little bit later, but right here this just will commit this any changes that we've made, and since we've only just added this file, the change will be the creation of the file, so we can send that. Whoops, what happened there? First commit. Doesn't seem to like my exclamation point, so let's try this again. Our first commit. Okay, cool. So now it worked this time. For some reason it doesn't like the exclamation point. That's okay. Now we're going to go ahead and copy this line because this will be a hassle to directly do. And what this does is if we have a Git repository sitting somewhere like GitHub or Bitbucket or like GitLab or anywhere that, any company or website that handles Git, this is adding that remote. So it's saying, okay, we want to push and retrieve our data from this place right here, which happens to be github.com/Jordan Osterberg/git-tutorial.git. That just tells us, or tells our Git client or our computer where all the Git stuff is remote. Cool. So now that that's done, we can go ahead and push this, and we're going to specify origin, if I could spell, and then master. So this is where branches come into play. Right here, we're going to go ahead and say, okay, let's push this code to origin, which is the remote we just added here, and we're going to make it in the master branch. Now, a branch essentially is where certain code is stored. I'll show this, again, I'll explain it a little bit later because it's easier to explain if I have multiple branches, which right now I do not. But essentially, you can have one branch with some code in it that maybe you put on the App Store or something, for example, with apps. So you have all your code that's running live on the store. And then you have another branch where you're actively working on an update. And in case you find a bug in your app that's running on the store, you can fix that and deploy an update without deploying your new features that you're working on over in this branch. And that's a very useful tool of Git. So go ahead and run that command. It's going to go ahead and push. And as soon as it says it's done, cool. We can go ahead and refresh this page. And awesome. So you can see we have Git tutorial in here, and it says our first commit, everything that we've done. It also says 2 minutes ago because that's when we did that. Now let's go ahead and modify this with Atom, which is just a fancy text editor, essentially. That's all I use it for, at least. And we can go ahead and say, this is a modification. Whoops. And you can actually see with Atom and a lot of different apps, for instance, all the IntelliJ apps, they do this for you. You can go ahead and click down here, and you can see the branch. And I'm not sure if we can do anything else in here with Git, but I'm sure there's some update somewhere. Cool. So yeah, let's save that. But yeah, you can see Git is automatically kind of working with Atom, because Atom is actually made by GitHub, so why would it not be there? Okay. So now that we're good, we've made this change, we need to put it on a repository because, we want our changes to be reflected so other people can download it and then they can play with our code or whatever we've made here. So let's go ahead and say git commit -m added body text. Just a quick summary of what we just did. Commit. We need to go ahead and say git add readme.md again. And then commit. Cool. So we've re-added it to the things we want to commit. We've committed it, and there we go. Now you'll notice, hasn't been changed up here yet. We need to push yet again. After we've done our first push, we need to push all of our code again to make it live up on the server. So you can see it says this is a modification. It's been pushed up there, and we're good to go. So you can see there. So what if we want a new branch? Well, I'm going to quickly, I'm not 100% sure how to make branches with Git. So, find or create a branch. Okay, so you can do this on the GitHub website. For the most part, you're probably not going to be working with Git in the command line. You're probably going to have some app that does it for you. For instance, Xcode has built-in Git. IntelliJ, Android Studio, any JetBrains products, they'll all have Git. I'm pretty sure even Unity down here has Git built in. Everything nowadays that works with code has Git. But I'm just going to do it on the website because it makes it easy, because I don't know the command and I don't want to waste time looking it up. So we're just going to go ahead and say feature update. We're just going to create that branch there. Cool. So you can see right here, we have this. And now we want to say git checkout, and then we want to say feature-update. I think, no. We need to say git pull feature-update. Git pull. There we go. So just typing git pull will pull that new branch down that we've created. And we can go ahead and go back up here, run git checkout. Okay, so let me quickly go back and explain what I just did, because that was me doing that in the command line for the first time. Because I don't use the command line for doing this. If we go ahead and highlight some of this right here, we can essentially ignore all of this up here. Let's start right here. This get pull command. This is going to pull any changes that have been made to our project since we last checked. So you can see it found this new branch here called feature update, which we made on the website, and then it does all that. Now that we have that downloaded, we have all of that loaded, we can say get checkout feature update. This is going to switch our branch over to the feature update one, and let me show you exactly what that means. Since this is in the feature update branch, we can go ahead and open this up. Let's say text edit, if it would load. Hello feature update, exclamation point, save that. Go ahead and say get add readme.md now that we're good there, and then get push. So now you can go ahead and refresh this. And no, it'd be great if it would actually show up. Let's see here. Wait. Okay, let's see if this. No, so for some reason it didn't want to edit the file. Did I do something? That's the weirdest thing. I've never seen that happen before. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and try that again. Okay, so for some reason it didn't want to change the file, so I'm just gonna do it through VI here. Are you kidding me? I can't jump. This is the most infuriating thing ever. I need to relearn VI, or Vim actually. Okay, we're gonna say hello feature update, and then, whoops. Oh my gosh, I hate Vim with a burning passion inside my soul. Okay, so now let's say cat readme.md. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna edit this with atoms because I know that worked when we did it. I've never seen this happen before. I apologize. I'm probably going to cut a lot of this out. Hello feature update. Okay, now I can say get add. Actually, I'm going to cap this first. Cool. So now that we know it's been edited, that was the weirdest thing. I've never seen that happen before. I apologize for that. Let's go ahead and say get add readme.md. So it's going to add all of our changes. We're going to go ahead and get push this. And it's going to say everything up to date. We refresh the page. We're in feature update now. Oh, we never committed. That's my mistake. So let's go ahead and say get commit -m added new feature. And we're going to go ahead and get push this again. There we go. So that's doing as expected. And as you can see, if we refresh it, it says hello feature update. Cool. So let's go back to master actually, and you'll see there is no hello feature update there because we've only edited that one branch. So they're completely well, not completely. They're mostly independent of each other. Now, what if it's come the time that we want to put this feature update branch inside of the master branch? What if we don't need this branch anymore and we want to put this new feature that we've added into our new version of our app per se? We can just go ahead and say get merge, I hope. Okay, cool. Get merge master. No? Okay. I am very rusty with this. I believe there's a way to do it with Github though, and that's good enough. Cool. Perfect. So you can go ahead, if we go back there, you can say compare and pull request if you see this option as soon as it says like feature update and all that. So boom, we can say add a new feature, create pull request, merge. And then so it'll ask us to merge this request here. If we were to go ahead and go into Git tutorial, you can see we're in master, but now we have that hello feature update in there, so we've merged that branch. There are ways to do that within the command line. Just Google around and you'll be okay. If you've gotten this far, you probably are okay with the command line enough to understand how to learn more. So yeah, that's pretty much Git in a nutshell. There's not a whole lot else you can do. Of course, GitHub, I'm sure, has its own features and things, which are great. But yeah, this is generally what you do when you want to work with Git. Of course, it's a heck of a lot easier. You don't need all these commands. You can do it with an application like, again, IntelliJ, Xcode, any JetBrains product, so on and so forth. Anything that supports Git will most likely make it a heck of a lot easier than this. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a ton of fun making this. If you do have any suggestions, I know this video was requested by someone. I'll put their comment up on the screen over. Okay, it's gonna be over here. This is the weirdest thing. I'm pointing at the computer screen, but it's okay. I'm just not gonna question the way cameras work. But yeah, the comment is right there from the person that requested this video. So thank you so much for the idea. Here you go. I hope you learned something. And if anyone has any requests for tutorials, please let me know, and I will get to them if I think that is something I can teach like this. So yeah, I hope you guys didn't have too much trouble understanding my mess ups here, and I hope you learned something. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.